Hello again, it's Carson, and check this out. I found this guy under the sea. Alright, that's right, we can't get away from the jellyfish. I love jellyfish. I love Swarmkeeper. There's a reason I rated it so highly after playing it with the current patch, the stress test. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you something we're probably going to run in the next run number 4 on live stream. Alright, here we go. Distant, I'll zap you from afar. Oh yeah. Wait for it. You see that health bar? You see that? Now watch this. Zap! That's a lot of damage, boy. Alright, and we can do a little bit better. We can go. Can I distant and do this? Dang. Okay, I keep forgetting that. But we're gonna go zap you. Zap! That's right. Look at all the damage. We have too many pets on the ground. Shield. Nice. Protection. There we go. There's our paladin. Alright, now check this out. We can use Hunter's Mark. And the jellyfish. We can use distant. We can attack from 30 feet away with our melee cantrip, huh? Buzzap! Buzzap! It's crazy. And we can use some more quicken magic. Oh wait, no, I used my bonus action. Crab, get him! Get him, Crab! Get him! Alright, he tried. Oh! Oh! There we go. Alright, now give him one last good kiss goodbye. What's that? Alright, and now we can teleport. The jellyfish can make me hop around. There's like, yes, there's a little influence from a certain, you know, Marvel character, but that's not really the point. The point is, it's jellyfish on a cantrip caster or it's spelltacker. So we learned about the jellyfish from the new Swarmkeeper is that you, as long as you're doing an attack roll, it doesn't matter if it's a spell or a melee or a range or a bow, a weapon, it doesn't matter. You can use the Swarmkeeper abilities. And if you're not going for, like, say, the shock, or you're already going to shock, say, with Shocking Grasp, then who cares about Wisdom? Because we also learned that Wisdom is how you use the special abilities of the Swarm. And this is why I've rated this subclass so highly, because I could already think of really cool ideas like this. So what I'm going to do is roll back. This is going to be a quick video, kind of going over what one of the next characters we're going to run in run number 4, or whatever we want to call this, right? So a big thank you. We're going to talk about this Jelly Shocker build. This is technically a build video, but the point of my build videos is either to show mechanics or demonstrate what we're going to run in an actual honor run, okay? So if you want to follow along, this will be a quick one, like really quick, but we're going to show you some shocking damage. Comes around in patch 8. We're going to do the 4th run, and I'm going to show you what it takes to kind of build something like this, and then give you some of the more details, all right? So follow along. If you want to help the channel, though, a big thank you to anybody who watches the full video, but otherwise, just have some fun. It's always the best support. Now, real quick, I'm about to stream in just a little bit here anyway, so I'm going to cut to the chase. Basically, we did 3 different runs where we run the new subclasses to preview them while I still have access to the patch 8. Thanks to you guys, I've been trying to show literally what these can do in honor mode runs instead of just speculating or, you know, theory crafting or whatnot, right? And I love most of these. I would say 10 out of the 12 so far, now that we're wrapping up run 3 almost. I would say 10 out of the 12 are amazing. They're like, I highly rated them because I could see what we could do with multiclassing, and now with the next run, I'm trying to get ready with ideas from you guys or the things we've tested together on streaming or whatnot, right? I want to see what we can really put these things to the test and try some really unique stuff that was not possible even before modding, right? It's now possible thanks to these new subclasses, all right? So the next run has a couple builds. I'm not ready to show all of them. I'm just going to kind of trickle, but we have them right here. I think I have what I want to play, and they synergize pretty well. So today I want to show what Swarmkeeper with a caster can do, and I'm likely to run this in the 4th run with the new patch, okay? So level 3 Swarmkeeper is when you get, or level 3 Hunter, Ranger is when you get Swarmkeeper as an option. So you'll have to give up the other subclasses, right? Now, out of the Swarm options, you can take the Jellyfish, which is unique because you can either shock someone, which is not relevant here, like I said, or you can get more lightning damage. And we found out some really interesting stuff here. But you can also teleport, which is always good. So Swarmkeeper is just really good in my eyes regardless because of this. Now, we don't have to worry about Wisdom because if we're going to focus on a build, the synergy between the Jellyfish and the Shocking Grasp, we're going to harness the energy of the actual jellyfish in the palm of our hands. We don't care about shocking because we'll probably just get the shocking condition anyway. Okay, so if we're already shocking, we care about either teleporting or doing 1d6 damage, right? So any attack roll, doesn't matter what, it triggers those swarm abilities. And the damage from this, if we choose the damage from the jellyfish swarm, will do whatever our cantrip is, obviously, and anything we can enhance it, right? But we also do the jellyfish reaction once per turn, doesn't use a reaction point, this 1d6. And it gets even better because we also found out you get bonus damage from the potent robes if the damage is originating from a cantrip like Shocking Grasp, Draconic if the damage is related and you're using a spell or cantrip and it's, you know, like derived from the cantrip, and the amulet. So the amulet, this I believe also benefits to it. I'm still testing all this stuff, but regardless, it's already surpassed my expectations. I'm going to play this. This is giving me an excuse to run a Shocking Grasp, you know, character. Okay, so the damage does get a bonus from all this stuff, and you do get the Praise Scent, which is when you're concentrating on Hunter's Mark, your reaction damage is also going to be not just this 1d6, but your Hunter's Mark target will also take another 1d6, not just from your weapon attacks, which sadly doesn't work with Shocking Grasp, but it does work with Shocking Grasp because this jellyfish attack will get another 1d6 for having a Hunter's Mark on the target. So that's 2d6 additional plus anything else we can stack on it, right? So 1d6, it's a Hunter's Mark. We have to concentrate on that, but it's only a level 1 spell. And as long as we keep it going, that one level 1 spell is treated like, we keep saying smite, so I'll say it, treating like we're constantly getting smites for this. So it's awesome, right? So we also get a crab. So that's very important. That's why I put it in the notes, of course. We do get a crab for going this, you know, Swarm Keeper route. So that's good. We get a crab. So what about if we go Draconic Sorcerer? So obviously if we go Lightning, some other benefits that are a little more low-key is we do get the Mage Armor called Draconic Resilience. So it's a passive Mage Armor we don't have to keep wasting spell slots on. We have Meta Magic, so Distant, Quicken, and Twin maybe. Definitely Distant, because the way I want to play this is I'm at mid-range, right? I can zap people from afar. That's pretty awesome. It's even better than mid-range. Look at that. That's insane. So for just one sorcery point, that's actually really useful. I don't have to play in mid-range, and with the team that I've crafted, there's already 2 fighters up close and personal. I don't want to stack too many of those. We can also use Quicken, obviously, if I want to spend the 3 sorcery points. So I really am going to be using my sorcery points rather than my spell slots. But we can also twin if the occasion arises. So this is really what I want to do with Meta Magic, so really can't go wrong with already getting the Draconic buff to our lightning damage. But yeah, there's more spell slots since we're using the half caster of a hunter. Now we'll do a full caster and get even more spell slots, which means probably more sorcery points. There's a distance focus rather than quicken or twin, but we could use those if we want to. And maybe we use haste. Shocker, I know. But actually the real shocker is we probably don't want to concentrate on haste. We kind of want to concentrate on Hunter's Mark. Also, did you know Witch Bolt, once you recast this, it becomes a cantrip, so all my cantrip benefits it. But I tested this, Witch Bolt doesn't actually benefit from the jellyfish. I was really hoping that. That would have been really sick if you could just cast this on somebody, hit them with the attack roll. It does work with the jellyfish on contact, but then like every turn you recast this, I was like, dude, can we just keep casting from afar? No, it doesn't trigger the jellyfish. Also, Chromatic Orb is a really good upcastable spell that could do a lot of damage, 68, and then we can add another 1d6 with our jellyfish, and if we're a Hunter's Mark, that's another 1d6, and it leaves this electrified water, which feels very jellyfish, right? So if we have, if we want a stronger option, maybe 3, 4, or 5 spell slots, rather than just our powerful 3d8 cantrip, we could use, you know, this, because this starts going at 48, and it's already naturally at a distance, right? So I was figuring, oh man, that's an attack roll, and that can also trigger the jellyfish, and they get electrified water. Oh, that's sick, right? So hey, it's also a Chromatic Orb build, right? So what about the build itself, Tim? Okay, so build time. Basically, this shouldn't be too hard. I played with a few things. I know we could try to fit Storm Sorcery or try to fit Storm Cleric, Tempest Cleric, but really this is actually really efficient. And I always say, if you're gonna multi-class or do something, like, don't try to bloat it. Just try to focus on like doing one thing really good. So we're already trying to make this really good. and the swarm really mixes with this really well. But then we get the added benefit of like chromatic and meta magic and distant and all that, and that's not even the focus. It's already doing really well, and then we get all those other things as flavor and bonuses, right? So with that being said, if we just go for Swarm Keeper, maybe like 3 Swarm Keeper first, then start diving into Draconic, but I really want to get like a feat early as well, so we'll see. I'll see how I level this. This is half the fun, is not just coming up with these cool ideas and saying let's run it, but when you run it, the leveling is also really important to me, and I don't like to like respec, so I want to see how I'll play this out in actuality. But the stats, I'm thinking just this is going to be very dependent on charisma. We'll take 16 dex because it gives us, we won't be wearing any armor or shields, so armor class, look at that. We'll be able to, we could run a shield if we want to, but if we have no shield and no armor, we'll actually have good initiative, right, from running some dexterity, some good armor class from no armor, and then yeah, if we maybe do dual crossbow, sure about that, I don't really care. Decent amount of HP more than anything, but this is our saving throw. Or maybe, I don't think I can start Sorcerer because I need my spellcasting modifier to be Charisma in order to use the extra damage from this thing. Okay, so yeah, it's just going to be this way first. We have to go Hunter or Swarmkeeper Ranger rather, and then we'll go Sorcerer to keep this stupid spell modifier working correctly, and then we'll just be going all in on Charisma because our first feat will be Charisma. We'll get up to 18. I think Alert, because like now that I have a little bit of Dex in the build, maybe I don't need it, but I really want the initiative, and he's supposed to be a lightning guy, right? He's fast, right? So maybe initiative for Alert, can't be surprised. But yeah, Warcaster. Warcaster's funny because not only do we get the advantage on concentration with, say, Hunter's Mark, but you do get Warcaster, which means we could even shock somebody with the jellies when it's not our turn with a reaction. So I'm thinking about that too. So Spell Sparkler, we could definitely use that until we get the Marco. It may even arguably be better, but the point is between both of these, we get lightning charges. So like even early on, we feel like we're doing something really unique with the lightning charges, the jelly shocking combo. So that's going to be fun. Potent Robes and Elemental Augmentation, adding this Charisma +5 or whatever. So that's +5 right there, +5 right there, and then being a Draconic Sorcerer, if I haven't clarified this, that's another +5. So that's 15 lightning damage. And remember, what's crazy about lightning damage? Just throw a bottle of water and all that gets doubled up, especially all the shocking damage. So 15 damage, potentially 30 plus damage from that kind of combo is insane. Even if we're not like attacking twice per turn, we could. We have Quicken Spell, we have Haste, we'll see what we do, right? But the Jellyfish should act as like the double down or the triple on just attacking once with Shocking Grasp and getting all these bonuses that ride off the Jellyfish. We'll see that in a moment. Birthright. Birthright just gives you 2 Charisma. It's pretty standard for, you know, Charisma builds. Defense Bracers are really interesting because early on, if you're not running armor and shields, what else am I going to really use in the glove slot? Maybe the Spellmite gloves for even more damage, something like this. We'll see what gloves I could take, but at least early on, I can be Shocking Grasp up close and not have to worry too much about armor class. But Displacement Cloak, it's thematic. It's good at like 20 armor class, you should start switching over to disadvantage. So this gives you opponents disadvantage when attacking you until they hit you, right? And the good thing about this is it makes you all blurry looking like you're in a swarm. So it's thematic more than anything. Armor class, ring. Saving throw, armor class, we need this for armor class plus concentration saving throws, and then movement ring, because I think if we're going to be somewhat melee, but I could change this out, we can make this something else. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. It's not, no need to really like get all into it. So without further ado, let's kind of see how much damage I could do with the actual setup here, because again, the wacky part about this is it's a cantrip. It gets all these benefits from, say, Potent Robe or whatnot, right? And my class and so on. But we found out that Jelly Swarm also gets those benefits. So check this out. Alright, let's actually have somebody else start combat with a Tickle. Just Tickle. There you go. Hey, Fairy Fire. Another really good benefit of Shocking Grasp is if they have metal armor, right? I get advantage anyway, beyond the Fairy Fire. Even this guy, advantage. Alright, so that's going to be super cool about the build. Alright, so once again, once per turn, you do get the Jellyfish Shock. And if we look over here, we just got Gregarious Caster, Elemental Augmentation, the Draconic Sorcerer, the Kareska Legendary Staff, and a 3d8. This guy's not even wet, so he can't... This would have been 62 damage with the weakness, right? Then we zap him again and he dies. Charisma, spellcasting modifier. Do you see how stupid this is? Kareska's. It's like getting another shocking grasp. It's insane. I just did like 56 damage to this guy. Ah! I didn't even use Hunter's Mark. Alright. So, let's see if he can stop me from using Hunter's Mark. I have a crab. It's insane. Alright, shield. Shield utility 2. There's even some other stuff I've plugged into this, but I figured I'd stay on focus with this. Alright, so of course we could distant, use the meta magics and all that stuff too, but I just want to show you, let's see what applies to the Hunter's Mark additional damage when I zap him, right? So if I zap and go zap, zap. Da, 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 da. Did I mention we're doing lightning charges, so we can also get an additional zap out of that too? So that's crazy. Yeah, so the 1d6 and lightning charges, lost conditions, that did a 1d8. So lightning charge damage plus the 1d8. I think, oh, lightning charges also affects everything. Dude, I keep forgetting how many crazy things apply to this. Okay, so lightning charge damage added to the 1d6 lightning. So unfortunately, the Hunter's Mark does not add, like, yet again, more potent robes and all that stuff, but it does ride with the lightning charge damage, and it does keep adding more lightning charges. So, like, the more instances of lightning charges, the more likely it is to pop with the 1d8. And then you can do some crazy stuff, like, you can do this electrical, let's see how freaking devastating this is. Hold on. This is crazy. Okay, and this is why I want the initiative. Okay, so we got that applied. Let's see what our max level Orby Orb can do here. Critical miss. No! We're done! Okay, we do get free spells though. Shield. And it's still gonna get tossed though. Whee! It doesn't make any sense. Come here. Oh, protect me. Shadow. It goes flying. Okay. Crab. Alright. And very important detail there. And then finally, okay, let's see if we can do a free level 5. Thanks to Marco. And where'd he go? Okay, he still has Hunter Mark. Let's see if I can get this. Boom. And kaboom. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. So, thing is, with the electrified water, I don't think he gets wet from that, but still, it starts putting, like, I think we could try and utilize that effect somehow. I don't know the best way, but check this out. You still get Kareskas, the legendary staff, and you still get your additional damage from your class, your subclass. And then, of course, when we zap him with the Jellyfish damage, right, Jellyfish attack, that also is going to get the Kareskas and the subclass and the lightning charge, and then we get into more lightning damage from, what was that anyway? I think that's just like the burst from Chromatic Orb, because haven't run Chromatic Orb in forever. But then I think this is the Hunter's Mark damage. So Hunter's Mark damage, Praise Scent is still working on even, tossing out a Chromatic Orb. And 37 damage could have been all of this could have been doubled up with some wet condition. Dude, I think this is really cool. Then we have some utility spells. We can use Magic Missile with lightning charges as usual. Oh man, I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. And you know, I didn't just do another Bow Ranger with, you know, Swarmkeeper. I have a lot of ideas for Swarmkeeper. Anyway, I'm gonna get started in the stream, so I'm just dropping this now. How do you use and level up these builds? So actually check out run number, I think it was run number 2, where we did the Swarmkeeper, of the new subclasses only, no multiclassing. But just come watch the live stream, because soon I'll be on to run number 4. Given with the stress test, or maybe they finally get the patch out to you guys. That'd be really nice, because we can all enjoy this stuff. I want to show you these cool builds so you can play them. But yeah, I play them on honor mode so we can have fun. I think it's the best mode, the highest consequences, the highest risk reward value, and I want to see more people play it, and play it with cool stuff like this, not just the best but the most fun stuff. All right, and I love answering questions, so if you have cool ideas for this build, or you had some questions about how certain things interact, we've been answering them with patch 8 questions. But yeah, like, toss me your questions. But yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are my sponsors. You are my sponsors. Thank you. I don't know where that went, but hey, I appreciate you guys, and I'll hopefully see you in the stream in just a little bit. Bye-bye.